back to my channel, TorAthena, where today I am reviewing Redneck by Image Comics. This is written by Donny Cates and drawn by Lisandro Etherin, I think. I'm so sorry if I pronounced that wrong. Redneck has a very big True Blood vibe. It's about a family of vampires that live in what looks like Southern America, and they are in hiding. But where True Blood is more about the relationship of humans versus vampires, this seems to be more about vampires versus vampires. It seems to be a debate of how vampires believe they should live together, how they should integrate in the human world together, and it finishes on a much more darker plot than you'd imagine. No spoilers, but oh my gosh. I was really enjoying this comic. I love vampires, I love what ifs, I love integrating the real world with something quite subtle, so like real world, but with vampires. And I like that. I like the darkness of the comic, I like the grittiness of the comic, but how it finishes totally removed any comparison I originally made with True Blood. Lisandro's work on this art is very gritty, it's very rough. I like it. I like the fact that it's rough and it's dirty and it's got like this ugly feel to it for such an ugly nature of drinking blood, and some of the vampires are very old and withered. I like that look. However, sometimes in some panels I do wish it was a little bit more cleaner. I am a big fan of clean, simple art anyway, so this is probably a personal preference, but sometimes I want to sink into a scene. Sometimes it takes me so long to read a comic because the panels are so incredible. I will dissect everything in that one frame, and if it's too rough and too dirty and I can't analyze it the way I want to, it gets to me a bit. It makes me not be able to enjoy the comic as much as I thought I could. The colours by D. Cunniffe is absolutely brilliant. It's very monochrome, it's very atmospheric. His uses of blues and purples and blacks are just all used so perfectly together to keep this very atmospheric, dark nightfall on everything. With being vampires, they don't like the sun. Like, he would now and again throw in a dash of red to keep this sinister, demonic tone throughout the whole comic, even though nothing necessarily bad happens. It's like you're waiting for this evil to start. I wasn't 100% thrilled with the writing at first. The first 1 or 2 pages have this monologuing intro explaining the situation of the comic and the story and the plot, and I'm not a big fan of them sometimes because sometimes they're a bit too text heavy and I get a bit ugh. I much more prefer when plot is dropped in organically throughout the story. However, there is no spoilers. She's a vampire, we all know they're vampires, but he is explaining the situation of the story, and the little girl interrupts the person monologuing in his mind because she can read minds, and she starts asking him questions. She's like, don't interrupt me. And I like that. Instantly, as soon as I got to that bit, I was like, yeah, I'm sold on this. This is so good. Not a lot happens, but it keeps hinting to more, and it keeps hinting to a lot of depth and a lot of plot, and I'm just excited by it. I'm a big fan of Image and most stuff it produces. The cover itself sold it to me massively anyway. It's just dark and gritty and I love it, and yeah, I'm sold on it. If I could have only pre-ordered, no, that's kind of hard. There were 2. This came out the same week as Plastic, and that was equally really good too. But I would definitely say Plastic and Redneck were my top picks of that week. If I could only subscribe to 2 comics, this would be one of them. But I have subscribed. I have to keep knowing what's going on. I loved it. Thank you so much for watching. Have you read this comic yet? Comment below, let me know what you think. And if you haven't, please give this video a like because it really helps the channel out. And if you haven't already, subscribe because I do geeky videos every day. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye bye.